Alright, so the drug that everybody in the world is addicted to, modern cocaine, bro. 90% of adults use this drug, and many doctors, many physicians, many whatever, many YouTubers, many entrepreneurs, they say that this drug is fine to use. But is it really good to use? So I've quit this thing, and let me tell you my honest opinion on it. So better listen up, bro. Close the tab, stop scrolling in the comments, stop going to random tabs. Put your eyes and ears on this video right now and focus on it. Because let me tell you, bro, if you do what other people do, what would that result to? The same results, right? And so if you keep doing the same things as other people, you cannot expect other results. And what I mean by this is like this kind of, not this thing where people always say, oh, escape the matrix. If you do the same thing as everybody else, then you're not gonna escape the matrix. It's none of that. Success isn't about being rich, about being that, bro. It's about having a flow in your day, having a productive life, like something that you work focusing on. And I have studies to prove this. You can watch Andrew Huberman's video on dopamine and stuff like that, and it did studies about how success isn't really what's gonna make you happy. It's like the days that you do work, we're more happier when we work than when we're not working. And so that's a side tangent there, but let's get straight into it, right? So caffeine, bro. Caffeine is a drug that everybody uses so that then they can get more energy. So let me kind of explain to you how caffeine actually works. So caffeine works by you waking up, right? Usually this is the time that people wake up and drink their morning coffee. They go outside, get their morning coffee. And what this does to you is, once you drink coffee, it blocks your adenosine receptors. And when it blocks your adenosine receptors, that's the thing that makes you have energy. That sleepiness thing that you have, it blocks it, and so you don't become sleepy. And so if you genuinely think about it, this thing is genuinely like a drug. Like we talk about marijuana, we talk about vaping, we talk about cigarettes. But the number one thing that everybody does nowadays is drink coffee without even realizing it's affecting their life. What is the most important thing to a human being? Sleeping and eating. And it's affecting one of those factors, which is sleeping. And so you may say, oh, you have good sleep. But you still don't know, because caffeine, if you drink it on a regular day-to-day basis, bro, or every other after day, still, it blocks the adenosine receptors. And then, it messes up your sleep cycle, your circadian rhythm. And honestly, you don't become a normal human at this point. So there's many people, right? There's many people that take this to, advanced or whatever. Athletes take it. High-level businessmen take it. And so then I used to have this coping mechanism inside of me where I used to say that, oh, this person takes it and they're successful, so why don't I take it? And it's kind of like UFC weight cutting, bro. If you don't go weight cutting like at least 20 pounds, right, you're gonna feel left out, because everybody else is weight cutting and you're the only one that's not doing it. So let me ask you, bro, which is more important to you, your success or your well-being? And most people would genuinely say success. Because why? Success is linked with validation. We want validation from other people. Now, I'm not saying that's wrong, but sometimes you need to choose your well-being over success. Now, let me give you an example. if let's say that you want to achieve a good physique, right? You want to achieve a good physique. You chose your success over your well-being. You did everything. You went on a bulk, this and that. You didn't care about your mental health, this and that. You went full on physique mode, right? You focused on it. And what happened? You neglected everything else. And once you neglected everything else, bro, what happened in your life? The physique you attained, you're getting validation. But from within, did you actually do it the right way? And what I mean by doing it the right way is by doing it and loving each and every part of it, each and every part of the journey that you reached. For me, for example, when I was over 200 pounds, I was grateful for my, transformation from the day-to-day thing. But now, bro, I'm still happy. Why? Because I didn't focus on just the success. I focused on having a great time leading towards that success. And so that's something that you must put in mind when you're doing this. So when you see these bunch of people having so much success, these businessmen, these entrepreneurs, these high-level athletes taking caffeine, remind yourself that this thing is a drug. And remind yourself that, imagine if the entire world took caffeine. Will you start to take it? Caffeine, not caffeine, cocaine. If the entire world nowadays took cocaine, would you have taken it? No, because it ruins the natural cycle of your body. With that being said, bro, there are still small factors that caffeine is added in, and they tell you, but you don't really be mindful of it. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, all these sodas, bro, all these foods, they have caffeine. And so basically, everybody always tells people, like, oh, don't smoke cigarettes, don't drink alcohol, but they leave caffeine. Why? Because it's kind of like one of the best business ideas ever. Anything that relates to caffeine is a really good business idea. Number one, it's cheap to make. Number two, it gives them dopamine. And in your mind, if something gives you dopamine, it's gonna make you want to take it even more. Number three, it's highly addictive. And number four, it's really cheap to make, right? I don't know if I said that yet, but let me get more in depth with the part that it makes it more addictive. So here, let me tell you. So you take caffeine, right? You take caffeine, you cannot sleep, right? You cannot sleep. It ruins your sleeping cycle. So don't lie to me. You take it and then you go to sleep, but then sometimes it messes up your sleep. Basically, bro, how it's addictive is it ruins your sleep. You wake up, you're sleep deprived, and then you drink more coffee or you drink more caffeine, and then you come back more. Yes, bro, I loved coffee because, it made me give that boost of dopamine in the morning. It gave me that energy boost in the morning. It helped me with my fasting. It helped boost my metabolism. It helped, make me hit some PRs probably. But I'm telling you genuinely right now, you can do those things at a better consistency if you quit caffeine. So let me explain to you, right? So let's say that many arguments nowadays is that it boosts performance and it boosts their well-being, right? Their dopamine. And this is backed up by science. If you search up, is coffee healthy? Oh, it boosts metabolism, this and that. Of course they're gonna tell you that, bro. Of course they're gonna tell you that, because these are the same people investing in coffee. So while the market's going higher and higher, more people are being addicted, they're getting more money, bro. So just genuinely think about that thing, bro. It's genuinely a drug. They're selling a drug right in front of your face, in an aisle. All of these things, they put stuff that make it smell good, that make it look good. They put posters of it like, oh, you're gonna be Goku, you're gonna be this and that. And then they advertise it to you when you're a kid, right? They advertise it to you when you're a kid until now. When you were a kid, what's the number one thing that you got? A Happy Meal. What would you get on the side? Some Coca-Cola, right? That thing had caffeine too. So ever since you were younger, they were giving you caffeine, right? And then let's just say you start to become an athlete, you start soccer, you start going to the gym, whatever it may be. You're 13 years old, 14 years old, 15 years old. What does everybody tell you? Oh, you should try Monster. Oh, you should try this and that. You should try C4. And then what happens? They hook you on. They hook you on that kind of drug. And then what happens after you take that drug? You become an adult, you start working. And then you see all the famous people, you see all the people around you, the one that's doing the same job as you and very good. You see your boss. They're all drinking coffee. It's a plague of coffee, and this may be taking it to the extreme, like a zombie apocalypse. But, everybody drinks coffee nowadays, bro. And so how do you expect different results if you do the similar work as other people? Now, let me give you a straight example. Let me give you a genuinely 100% example. Let's just say that there's these two people, right? There's these two people, and this famous entrepreneur has bad sleep, has bad mental health, and he's drinking coffee. He's up here. He has a high level of success. But this person that doesn't drink coffee is a little bit lower because he didn't get that energy boost in the morning for his work, right? He will reach that same success. Do you want to know why? Because consistency is always better than big work, then you fall off. Let me explain about this. So, who would win, bro? The person that trains 6 times a day consistently but not very that hard, average, or the person that is working very hard 3 times a day, pushes 3 times a day. And a good example of this is Dagestani wrestlers versus American wrestlers, bro. So people in Dagestan, they focus on training a lot, often, right? Quantity over quality. And then the American wrestlers, they focus on lifting 3 times a week, right? And so then American wrestlers, right, they're far behind from Russian Dagestani wrestlers. If you look at the UFC, if you look at the grappling, bro, it's because they choose consistency over big bursts of period, right? And so also coffee, bro, it also correlates with dopamine. Your dopamine rises, and that's why everybody says it boosts their well-being, their happiness, their dopamine. It gets higher and higher, right? It gets higher and higher, but it also drops down just like dopamine. And so then you may feel happy, bro, but genuinely, if you feel happy, it's getting higher and higher. You think that you are on base level dopamine, right? You keep getting higher and higher. The truth about dopamine, bro, is it drops below base level after you take it. So after you drink caffeine, bro, you're gonna go be more sad than you were last time. You're gonna have less energy. You're gonna have less happiness, bro. So each and every of these things that they tell you actually ruin it. But they don't want to tell you that because all they want to do is sell you the caffeine. Because it's literally one of the best business models ever. It makes people feel good. It's cheap to make. And it boosts people's performance. So why not take it, right? Why not take it? And maybe after this video, you watch the video, you're gonna want to keep taking it. But it's all up to you, bro. If you want to let this drug control your life, bro, at the end of the day, it's still a drug. Which one would you pick? Consistent dopamine level going like that, right? Going like that. You're consistent with the dopamine level. You're consistent with your energy levels. You're consistent with your sleep. You're consistent with your well-being. Or would you rather be like every other person, bro, where they focus on drinking caffeine, and it goes higher and higher and higher, and then it drops down low throughout the day. So you're kind of hurting your future self, to be honest. That's something that other people don't want to agree with. They say that caffeine is delayed gratification. It is instant gratification. So you can cope all you want with this thing, right? You can cope all you want with this thing, but at the end of the day, it's a drug that you're addicted to, and you keep on coping with it. You keep on coping on it because it tells you that you're being successful when it's genuinely not. Who will be more successful? The person who has consistency, or the person that, let's say there's these two people, right? Two people. One of them goes high and shoots up. When this dude's consistent, he goes down, and he keeps on going and keeps on going. That's the truth, bro. And I've also been addicted to caffeine because it boosts my performance in the gym. It boosts my productivity. It boosts my mental well-being. Caffeine is one of the most evil drugs, bro. Why? Because it's seen as good. And you know, in the 48 Laws of Power, it says, if you want to make something evil, bro, mask it first. And so then if everybody is masking for it, these successful entrepreneurs, these successful athletes, these healthline people, online people, doctors saying that it's healthy, this and that, it's good for you. If they're all saying it's good, they're all masking it. Think about it, bro. Including Andrew Tate, including Hamza, bro. These people that I look up to, right? These people that genuinely I look up to, take it. And yet, why don't I take it? Because I've opened up my eyes, bro. You need to take what's useful and reject what's useless and add what is only yours. And so, bro, if you see this, bro, if you start seeing the pattern of what each and everything I've been telling you, bro, quit caffeine right now. It may be cheap, a cheap stimulant, but that's what they want you. They want you to be addicted to it. Just like music, just like pornography, just like social media, all of these companies, bro, are working towards making you addicted to their product so you can keep relying on it. Oh, you're sad that you're relying on it? Take it so you can feel better. What's a better business idea than that? They're milking money right off your ass. Astaghfirullah, but they're milking money right off you because you're addicted to it. You feel bad that you're addicted to it? Here, take it again. Take it some more. Everybody else does it. Rich people do it. Take it some more. Athletes take it. Take it some more. You can cope all you want with this. It's a drug. You're addicted to it. You're coping with it. And you're feeding the lies that, or you're eating the lies that they're feeding you. Because I've genuinely stated all the facts and proved each and every one of them on why it's wrong. And number 5, bro, it will affect your future self in the future. It's instant gratification. You take that sip of coffee and you don't quit right now, your future self suffers. Your future self suffers. Your future self has worse sleep because of your choice to drink caffeine. So let me tell you, bro, would you rather reach your success, the success that you've been wanting for so long? Would you rather reach that caffeinated or uncaffeinated? Because a good thing is, or a thing that I heard from Andrew Tate is that his entire life has been caffeinated. He couldn't imagine life before caffeine. And you know what that sounds like? A drug addict, bro. That sounds like a drug addict. And it's crazy to see that caffeine is a legal drug. It's because they sell it to you. right? They sell it to you. Just imagine a person being addicted to Benadryl, a person taking Tylenol every day, taking Benadryl every day. It's the same concept. It's the same concept. Smoking weed every day is the same concept. Drugs aren't natural, and it shouldn't be taken. And yeah, bro, that's enough for me, bro. Salamu. Be the best possible man you can be. Improve your life. Do it for your future family. Do it for your future kids. Do it for the people around you. Do it for your future self. Improve your life. Limit input. Stare at a wall if you need to. And yeah, bro. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.